Okay, here we go. So, okay, it's good to go. Fantastic. So, this is Optimus Christ. Oh, shit. Okay. Apparently, I am the only one here. So, this has been inspired by heavy alcohol. I do want to warn you that this is not for the faint of heart or for those who are snowflakes. By snowflakes, you know what I mean. Okay, so, with that being said, let's dive in. I've noticed over the course of a few years, by swallowing the red, that more and more women tend to be unhappy. And they lie about the reason why they're unhappy. They're unhappy because work is stressing them out. They're unhappy because their life isn't going as well as they thought it should. Well, you want to know what I think? I think it's the reason that a lot of women aren't having relationships. They're not having one night stands. I think that they finally begin to realize that they need someone in their life instead of just one. No, a lot of women have
User
been
disconnected from your channel.
disconnecting from channels. But, so, that was rather abrupt. Okay. So we all seen women say, want, I don't need a man. Want. Well, when have you noticed a woman to actually be blunt and straight ahead? I'll wait. So, with that being said, you have to read between the lines, and that's what I see. Now, the wars part. I was having a discussion with an individual. We got on a topic of, I believe I initiated the topic, of how wars relate to the backpedaling feminism. When wars happen, men's lives are lost. With a shortage on men, women now have a less size of a pool to choose from. So, with that being said, they're more willing to take on a subservient role in order to gain the attention and the affections of the men, even so far as to do butt stuff. Yes, dick punch her in the fart box. So, with that being said, I've seen it in like World War II. Tons of lives were lost. Okay, what happened? Men took the subservient role in order to secure their financial and reproductive futures. Any war, this is going to happen. We then got on a topic that being MGTOW, walking in the event that every man was to do this, it would be, well, sort of like a war, but without lives lost. And yes, this point was brought up. With that point being brought up, I'm looking through the chat, so give me one moment. So it was brought up that wars, they suffered massive deaths and funding was lost. And so the individual said, I don't see money being lost. And so I reply with, men walking away and not wanting to do anything. Women, I do see funding lost. Women's shelters, anything to help women be protected from the misogyny of men, will lose funding because, quote unquote, it doesn't happen anymore. With men walking away, we have no, well, we might have the desire, but we don't act on it. Okay? So we just walk away, even though we had the desire. We can easily increase our man to hand relationship and be. Now, so with that funding could be lost. And then I decided to expand on the topic about the deaths because if that point was brought up, then naturally the other one would be too, correct? So at that point, I then elaborate women suffering depression because of not being able to date or have kids, leading to the reverse effect and more suicides on women's side instead of men. Ergo, there could be your deaths. And so it was brought up, it says, maybe, but doubtful. Well, of course it's doubtful. It's always doubtful until it happened. You ever notice that in history? People saying, that's never going to happen. And when it finally does, it's, well, how did we get to this? How can we backpedal? So it inspired me to do a hangout. And this isn't really against, for, or towards anyone. This is just my thoughts. What would happen if every man actually walked away? Think about it for a second. Every man walks away, right? Have a time frame of where women are rejoicing that they're no longer being catcalled or they're no longer being irate or they're no longer being harassed. Men look down and walk the other way. Okay? They would enjoy it. They would celebrate and rejoice that feminism has finally succeeded in teaching the misogyny of men and teaching them not to rape, right? What happens 6 months down the road? 3 to 6 months down the road, they're like, oh, well, now we want men back in our lives. And it could start as a minuscule percentage. But then, with men being told that we're unwanted and unneeded for so long, that we adapt to everything ourselves. And yes, including sex. That we're just shrugging our shoulders and continuing. When that happens, what then? The value of the relationship goes down the shitter. The value of the woman trying to approach the man goes down the shitter because she has nothing to offer. In the event that that happens, they're going to be, hey, King Vegeta, how's it going? They're going to be completely okay with taking a subservient role. Now, while in war and at the end of wars, this might have had an effect where women took the subservient role in order to placate men while they get the population back up. But with being MGTOW, yeah, I do. I'm just sharing my thoughts at the moment. So, but with being MGTOW and walking away, when you walk away from something, generally tend to continue. And so when subservience comes into play, women, men aren't buying it. Already seen all this before, numerous times in history. This is why I relate to MGTOW being MGTOW, or the event of MGTOW. Basically, the walking away aspect is like a war, but it's a lot worse too. Because instead of losing lives of men, and men coming back to the plantation of women doing subservient things to secure their financial and reproductive, future, they're going to revert back to that, and they're going to that it won't. When it doesn't work, what happens then? Another rally? Another rally of the women saying we need men? And then what do they call it? Neo-feminism? No. This is why I think MGTOW's going to. We're not fighting anything. We're going our own way. We're making sure our lives are fulfilled to the purpose that we see fit, not others. When we do that, I'm more happy. Become accepting of the fact, hey, don't need men? That's cool. Need you either. I can just as happily save money on a bottle of lotion and Kleenexes and increase my man-to-hand relationship. Not only that, I can get myself off in 2 minutes. I don't have the 3 hours it takes to make sure I get off inside of you. So with that being said, really think on it. Think of what would happen if men actually. Yes, I have been drinking. And I've come across an epiphany. Irish men tend to think more when they're drunk, or on the way to being there. So, with that being said, what do you think would happen when women finally realize that the games they're playing are no longer valid? Attention that they seek is no longer valid. Error 404, attention not found. Are they going to rally for men's attentions and affections now? Try to force it out of us? Are they going to act subservient and do everything to placate us instead of us placating them? Will suicidal depression be on the rise for women where it doesn't have more men committing suicide instead of women, but the other way around? History has a real funny way of playing things out and telling us that things will happen again. Because in order to know where you're going, you have to know where you've been. Now, my thoughts aside, let's get some more people in this bitch. And until we do, I'm probably just gonna play video games until it happens. So, that is awesome. And yes, I do realize it is Christmas Eve. people might be spending time with their family. That's completely okay. Magnus, here we go.
Ooga booga.
Booga booga.
Well, I figured I'd wait and join after all the cussing was over with.
Oh, there was no cussing at all.
Oh, well, no, I'm talking about the cussing I was doing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Well, did you...
sometimes these people make me want to say bad words.
So, did you watch the YouTube so far?
What specifically?
Shit. I was comparing being MGTOW to a war.
Okay.
In the history, when wars have happened, a lot of, after men's lives have been taken, women have been justifying doing the subservient role to placate men, making sure that they secure their financial and reproductive future. And
Something
this,
in that neighborhood.
yeah, and this has happened multiple times over history. Oh yeah, come on, immortal, get your ass in here. So, oh, that's right. I don't think he's in the B-list group. Shit. Fuck. Let me. There we go. Yep. Shit just got real. So with that being said, history have shown this time and time again. World War II, any war that you can actually have recorded history on, women have been justifying playing a subservient role because there's a smaller pool of men to choose from, and so they have to secure their financial and reproductive futures.
Well, yeah, I've heard that one before,
Yeah.
and it
So,
does make a lot of sense because if you think about it, the women right now can have any man they want, which is why they're so damn finicky.
right now, like I said previously, just think of what would happen if every man walked away.
I was thinking of something more drastic. What happened if half the men on Earth died, like, say, tomorrow? Like, just half of them. Some cataclysm, something happens, half the men die. I don't doubt for a second that that would kind of happen.
Right, but think of if all men just got sick and tired of it all and said, you know what? No more relationships, no more sex. I can save enough money by getting lotion and tissues and tanga eggs.
Speaking of Tenga eggs,
This stream has been brought to you by Tanga, when disproving rape culture has never been more fun. Hey, Ichabod, how's it going? So, like with history, now just imagine it if every man were to walk away. And this is an if. This is not under any presumptions, assumptions, or anything that any viewer might be able to construe by watching this in the future.
here's the question I've got. Are you streaming right now, just out of curiosity?
I am.
All right, because I might have to go quiet. So if you can drag one of those lazy fuckers in here, get them in.
Yeah. Well, I
Because
think.
I'd hate for you to be talking to yourself while I'm sitting here.
Oh, I gotta talk to myself anyway. Sometimes I need an expert opinion.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel on that one.
Worst case scenario, I'll play a video game until someone hops in.
There is that. Well, so I only need to go quiet for maybe like a minute.
That's fun. That's fine. Fun, fine. I'm drinking. Okay.
Well, just out of curiosity, what brought up this particular subject?
That was a discussion me and another individual were having. It was in a B list.
Yeah, oh, is that the one I was kind of half-ass reading for a minute there?
Uh-huh. And so I elaborated on it a little bit, but I mean, it only took like 15 minutes to do it.
Go ahead and talk on it for a minute. I'll be right back.
You already did, but okay. Um, but yeah, like my point was, just think of if every man were to walk away, what would happen then? I mean, women would see that men are no longer interested. So then what would happen? Like a reverse feminism where they would like rally to acquire more men? Would suicidal depression raise on women's side, leading to more suicidal deaths? Because of the fact is they can't secure their financial and reproductive futures. What would happen? This is one of the
Well,
questions.
there's the distinctive possibility that, yeah, you might be right, because, well, I don't know, though. Look at how many women are already the crazy cat lady types. I think it's less likely to lead to suicide in these women and more likely to lead to insanity and feline ownership.
Okay, then what would happen then?
That is quite the good question.
See, we're not
Well,
dealing in a realm of absolutes here. You know, for this stream, it's what if. We're well, that's the thing. Are you are you specifically invested in the species to be worried about it, Ichabod?
tell him to get his damn ass in here.
I know I'm not.
Is he in the chat or what?
Yeah, he's in the chat as well as
Drag your
Immortal.
damn ass in here, you orange piece of dog donkey. Uh, these people, I swear, they're not committed to the whole live stream thing, are they?
They're not. I don't know. Well, you know, Ichabod has his own streams, stuff like that. I just started back up mine as well as streaming video game.
Yeah, well, I got mine going on tomorrow, so.
I linked the B list. Are you not in it?
Yeah, Immortal's in the B list, and so's
Oh,
Orange. Hello?
yeah, he's
Oh, there
yeah,
we go.
he's looking. He should be looking.
He better be looking.
Better be looking. Mm-hmm.
I just got new leather bracers for Christmas, and I've been itching to punch somebody in the face with them.
Okay, he said 2 minutes and he'll be in. Yeah, apparently, because for me, whenever I bring up Skype on either my phone or the PC, it literally takes forever to load because there's like 958 notifications.
Yeah, and usually they're all from the fucking B list.
Mm-hmm.
About 4,782,912.
Yeah.
And all of them happen in a span of 5 fucking minutes when I'm not around.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, man. Chinese food on Christmas Eve. Oh, I'm gonna spread the Christmas farts all the way around.
Ooh, going for the Chinese sneak farts, are you?
Oh, they ain't even sneaky, man.
Oh no, Chinese farts are the ones that just out of the blue, you don't even know they're there, and all of a sudden you're just,
Oh yeah.
and they don't smell too good either. About time you got your ass in here, Orange.
Ichabod.
Well, I don't have the B list notifications on because they keep me the hell awake. Oh.
Yeah, I know I turned them off, but sooner or later I have to turn on my Skype and boom, there's everyone.
Well, and I hate to have to admit this, but you know, like I said, I got these brand new leather bracers for Christmas. When I get to a place where I can show you, I'll show you.
Oh.
But I think I scared the shit out of some asshole when he was playing that game of getting in front of me and slowing down. So I floored it past him, threw a finger out the window.
Yeah.
And I think the leather bracers got the point across better than most because he didn't fuck with me again. I had a very, very good Christmas. Krampus was good to me this year. Santa Claus is scared of me, so he gets Krampus to bring me all my shit.
There you go. Still stuffing my face full of Chinese food and alcohol.
That can't be a good combination.
Oh, I'm gonna glad making everyone regret tomorrow. I was under the assumption everyone had families to spend their shit with.
Well, you were assuming wrong, and that's why I'm doing my stream tomorrow.
Hey, I'll be in.
I don't know what time it's gonna be happening yet, but I'm gonna throw invites everywhere.
So, Ichabod, what do you think so far?
Well, aside from the possibility of the entire species dying out, frankly, if men just stopped being in relationships, the leaderboards on most online video games would get a lot higher in score, make it a little harder for me to do anything. But like the
Well,
thing
but
about
look
is,
at it this way. Look at it this way, Orange. It would be a PUA's paradise.
yeah, wouldn't be
Now,
hard to get a
well,
girlfriend.
the thing is, we're operating under the what if possibility of all men were to walk away. That includes
Well, now,
PUAs.
Optimus, you do realize they had I caught a honey badger radio. This has been about a year or so ago at this point, where Mercedes Carrera was on there, and she was talking about women who are older, they focused on their careers, and she was telling about what gigolos go through dealing with these women, where they have to set up strict policies because these women will actually try to form like emotional relationships with these guys that they're paying to fuck them.
As a matter of fact, I came across one of MGTOW 101's videos where it had renagent.com, and you could order them offline.
Oh yeah, the B list made fun of that one. We made fun of him. We made fun of MGTOW 101 and the site because, like Red was like, "Holy shit!" He just hit like almost every major MGTOW talking point in 10 seconds, and I was like, "Yep."
Well, I just thought the video was interesting because it just shows that women are backpedaling after they hit the wall.
Yeah.
Well, is that really all that surprising? At this point, I hate to say it, but at this point, not a fucking thing surprises me. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again right here, right now. The day something surprises me at this point, I hope to fuck it's like the greatest orgasm of my life. because that would be the only poetic justice in it, is if it's like I just blew that load like the guy in, what was it, the first Scary Movie, where he's plastering her to the fucking ceiling
after he uses the hedge trimmer to shave away her bush.
Yeah.
I
hope that's the kind of orgasm I have, the kind of orgasm where I could just wave my dick around, make machine gun noises, rat-a-tat-a-tat-a-tat-a, and just cover everybody, paint people white.
So that way we can put the portals on them.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're playing with portals.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I will go MGTOW if we can hang angry MGTOW up by his big toes and I can beat him with a croquet bat for a while.
See, I don't understand why the resentment against Angry MGTOW, but then again, I don't know about a lot of things.
Well, it's just the assholeish behavior he pulls out. I mean, you can get your point across without saying that all women are scum. Because I mean, Tiki's a perfectly reasonable person. Fucking Fern is a perfectly reasonable person. Minty's a perfectly reasonable person. But for some reason, that boy just don't understand that there are good women out there. Ooh, shit.
And while that may be
Sorry.
true, it doesn't mean I'm going to, go through relationship after relationship trying to find that one.
No, man, I can understand that. The not wanting to go into a bunch of relationships that are
All
going to
right,
end in
boys,
shit.
can you see me worth of shit?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
There
Pixelated
they
as
are.
fuck. Oh,
That's
nice.
very metal, sir.
I had a
I just
lot of
generally
fun getting those for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
have an issue with like assumptions based on a huge demographic.
I need a moderator. You are exactly right.
Yeah, you probably do.
Vegeta, have at it.
Oh, he'll be just fucking punting everybody out.
Right?
He's Vegeta, man. The only person he wouldn't be able to punt out is Goku.
But no, it's
Does that mean he can't kick out Immortal?
no, he wouldn't kick out Immortal anyway. I wouldn't allow it.
Immortal's cool.
Immortal's cool as fuck.
Like that's my thing, man. I love the reasonable people of MGTOW. I love the reasonable people of the MRA movement. I love the reasonable fucking feminists, which I've only found the one.
Okay, so
Which is Tiki.
so then I do have a question. Like, because I'm only just learning of, like the animosity and whatnot, because I mean, well, fuck me running, I've been focusing on myself.
No, fine.
So it's, I haven't really been up to date with all the with the situation that we're talking about now. What would I be considered as? One of the heretics?
Well,
Yeah,
to be
probably.
fair, you're all heretics. You're
Oh.
celebrating Christmas.
No, I'm only drinking because I'm Irish.
Good man. Christmas is idolatry, and it is a terrible thing.
It is a terrible thing.
I don't know. I would say that if you are abstaining from relationships because you don't necessarily want to be in one, then that would be a MGTOW. But there's nothing wrong with being a fucking MGTOW.
Right. And and I guess I can get what everyone else is saying. Like when they're all, rah rah, everyone should hate women. Hey, that's fine if they want to do that, but
Oh,
for me, I'm focusing on myself.
I'm here in Orange rocking the Christmas ganj already.
I do not smoke pot, Magnus. You're aware
Okay,
of that.
meth, whatever.
I definitely don't smoke meth.
Fuck
That's
it,
what
I'm
killed
making
Dad.
meth.
Okay, then it's crack. Pick one.
It's all the same shit. It's all drugs.
Okay, then. So basically,
tobacco.
so fine. You do a mixture of meth, crack, and pot. Okay, fine. You're edgy. I get it.
Anyway,
I'm so edgy. I smoke 3 different drugs in a bong, man.
Now, see, with me personally, like I don't mind seeing the end of civilization. I really don't.
We're already headed down that road anyway. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, but why do we even care?
Because fucking is fun.
Well, look, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
I increase my man-to-hand relationship every hour on the hour, okay? I know about fucking.
I can understand that.
Well, sometimes you just got to get a grip on it.
The concept, man, it's just, as a species, we've been very successful, from an evolutionary standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I have with the concept of everybody going MGTOW all at once is it would just fucking destroy society.
Right, and that's the ultimate point that I was getting to in the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a fun what if, you know.
Mhm.
I didn't say that it was going to happen because obviously our DNA is going to compel us to procreate and continue the human race.
Well, your idea of fun and my idea of fun are two very different things.
My idea of fun is being left the fuck alone so I can play video games.
Oh yeah, there is that, but
Well, here's what I figure. What if? So let's start at the base.
Okay.
First, everything would probably go fine for like 4 or 5 months.
Right.
no, too late.
And
Fuck
then-
you, Orange. All your base are belong to us.
And then, like, women would start to be like, well, wow, none of us can get dates.
I think that's kind of
fuck is
already
going on?
happening, Orange.
Well, see,
Well,
no.
most of that-
I want him to continue because I just went over this 15 minutes before you jumped in, Magnus.
All right, carry on.
So they start realizing that they're not dating. They're not getting into relationships. They're not being able to find any men that really want them. So then they start to, like, break. Probably 6, 7 months in, they snap. And they start going and finding men and hitting on them themselves. But if the men are all MGTOW, then they're not getting anything. So it's just this slow descent into complete madness. And then the women revolt against the men. The men obviously win because they have the weapons technology and evolutionary benefit. And then we kind of just slide back into the time where women had absolutely no fucking rights. And then the men finally decide, okay, they've reached this point where they're not going to be able to do anything. So now we can start dating again. And if I had to
I will admit that went a different way than what I explained, but you know that is a possibility as well.
well, the way I figure it, timetable 2 years, they would all have such a mental fucking breakdown that they would either nuke the planet or completely capitulate and just become slaves just to be in relationships.
Yeah, I was actually expanding on the latter, those two. Although nukes now you're just trying to hit on me, aren't you?
Well, you got to figure it's women have this, and I hate to say this because it's a generalized term, but women do have this mentality of if I can't have it, no one can.
Yeah.
And I think that if men completely just fucking walked away entirely, then they would go fucking insane and be like, well, if we can't have men, then we're gonna kill everything. Fuck the planet, fuck everyone on it, fuck it. Just
But
destroy
wait,
everything.
the men have all the nuclear codes. God damn it!
That's why they call it a football.
I really I hate to think of it like that because I want to have faith in people, but I don't have any fucking faith in
Well,
people.
but
They're all
Orange,
horrible fucking creatures.
Orange. The problem is most women, not all of them, but like you said, generalized terms here, but most women do seem to have this weird low-level narcissism.
Holier than thou bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, like I said in a Skype discussion, sure, not all women, could be like that, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have 10 glasses of water lined up in a row, and all but 3 of them are poison. Think I'm gonna drink from them to find out which one isn't?
Nah, you get some blue pill jackass to do it. Hey, Orange, you want a glass of water?
Not at the moment. Give me a little time to rebuild the cancer, and we'll see if I'm ready to die again yet. Like, but that's the thing, man. Like, I get to a point when I'm looking at it, and I want to be in a relationship with somebody that I can actually fucking be with. And there's not a whole lot of ways that I can actually do that are, considered safe. Because, yeah, at any point in time, the woman can just instantly turn around and be like, well, I don't fucking want to be with you anymore, and guess what? You raped me. And it's just like, well, shit. Because I
Yeah,
know I'm
then
shit out of luck.
yeah.
Well, fuck, there goes my weekend.
Mm-hmm. And
There
possibly
goes
the
a
next 20 years of my life, depending on
And
if
I
she
think
comes
that,
forward saying that I never did it.
yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. Tell me how that turns out for you.
And like that's one of the reasons why I'm glad that I found Minty, and that's a lot of the reasons why I sit there and I look at the community that I'm in and the community that Magnus, like the B-list, are in. And I sit there and I try to identify which people are dangerous and which people aren't. I just come to this conclusion of I can trust most of these people.
Well, but see, here's the thing, Orange. A lot of the time, when it comes to relationship, it's not like the old days when you could say, shit on it. I'm just going to chuck it in the fuck it bucket and see where it goes. You kind of have to. It's like walking through a minefield with clown shoes on. If you're lucky, you'll make it to the other side.
Well,
Yeah.
the way that I look at it is being in a relationship really skews with your perception. Okay?
It can, yeah.
Yeah, it can. And so, like, say you're in a relationship and everyone but you thinks it's toxic. And when I try and point it out to you, that's where, it's like, you're like, no, no, I can't be that bad. No, we're together. We appreciate each other, so on and so forth. 3 years down the road, you find out she's been fucking around on you with like 6 other guys over the span of 5 minutes.
Well, even better, all at the same time.
So
Oh, the sad part is I've been through that,
yeah, so
but I already knew.
yeah, so I mean, it really skews with your perception of where you only see what you want to see instead of
Oh hell
having
no!
your eyes
I knew
open.
she was cheating on me from day one. It's just like this nihilistic tendency of I just don't fucking care. As long as she doesn't get an STD, I don't give a shit.
Well, that would denote a severe lack of self-respect.
It has a severe lack of giving a shit, Magnus. I
Well,
I
yeah,
very much
but that
the
stems from
entire world.
the lack of self-respect. If you don't have enough self-respect to be like, you know what, if she's fucking somebody else, fuck her. She ain't getting no more of me. There's a
Yeah, but
severe
she's
lack of
still me.
self-respect, and grow some self-respect. Don't be a male feminist, you jackass.
Well, like I said, they usually fulfill a need if I'm in a relationship with them. So,
Well, apparently they're fulfilling that need with the other dudes too. So,
meh. Fuck
Well,
it.
and
Let them
and
do what
see
the hell they
see
want.
the thing is there's a okay, so I have been thinking, like say like a lot of MGTOW's been looking forward to like the sex robots, right? Because well,
right.
they don't talk back unless you want them
Yeah.
to. Um,
So
and
expensive
then
though. That's the
and then you
part.
have people like me who just purely want to watch the world burn.
Oh yeah, you are such a joker.
Well,
So
think about it like this. Like feasibly. How fucking ungodly expensive are these sex robots gonna be? And what
Well,
person can actually
well,
fucking afford them?
considering that they can't say I want a divorce, it's a lot less expensive than a relationship.
Oh yeah, that's very true. But like the point I'm trying to make is you could buy today a love doll, but that love doll is like $5
Well,
sex
there
robot.
are.
Okay, so
Hold on, hold on,
hold
hold
on,
on.
no,
Orange,
wait, wait, wait,
orange,
wait, wait,
orange,
wait, 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 wait. So $5,000 for an investment, and that's comparable to what? 3 months of dating?
Yeah, well, orange. You
Jesus
tend to
Christ! What kind of
orange,
ass women do you date?
orange.
Yes.
Pay attention, you peckerhead. I was going to say some of
I'm
those dolls are about $1,500 to $2,500.
He's looked
Yeah,
into
but
him. Trust me.
still, man, that's fucking ridiculous. Just fucking buy Tenga eggs. Go fuck
Yeah, Tenga
yourself. I
eggs.
mean,
When
fuck
Yo, look,
$1,500 on a goddamn
look.
when
vanilla
going
Hold
to
up.
fuck
doll.
yourself has never felt more fun.
Considering that somebody did buy like 400 and some odd dollars worth of Tenga egg stuff, I don't think that's too far off.
Samaj, what have you done?
No, I don't think that was. I don't think that was Samaj that bought it, but it was somebody on the tweeter box.
Yeah.
I sat there and I told them flat out. Apparently they're getting it sometime like January the 3rd, and I was like, "Yep," and your pecker's gonna rot off by January the
6th.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know, man. Like the concept of somebody paying such an exorbitant price, and then the maintenance that goes into it, and the
6th. Hold up,
possibility of it
Hold on,
breaking
as opposed to
down.
marriage?
hang on,
True.
orange. One word for you: prostitutes.
Yeah, prostitutes I would get. They need to legalize prostitution, and then all the
No,
problems
no,
are
no, no, no,
gone.
no, 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 no. See, you don't understand why people would pay that much money for like a doll. People pay like what, like anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a pop for a hooker
For an hour.
or a
Okay, like
prostitute. Yeah, for an hour.
$20 to $1,000 because I've met some pretty cheap prostitutes. I don't know why they're so cheap. It's fucking ridiculous to me. But I have met some really cheap prostitutes.
Well, that's because they've already been blown out.
Oh well.
Prolapse.
I think they were just slutty from a young age and decided that they were eventually gonna just start getting paid to fuck. You know?
Let me put it this way, Orange. The ones that do that are the ones that are usually on drugs. The ones that aren't on drugs are usually, remember that low-level narcissism I mentioned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, hear me out on this. Legalize prostitution and put some regulation on it, and
Like
make it
what?
to
You're
where
not
it is
like what?
clearly
You got to hold up, Orange. What regulations? Like you got to get your oil changed every 10,000 strokes?
mandatory
Well, they
STD
do that every
testing.
month anyway.
Is what I'm talking about, Magnus. Like mandatory STD testing, but also put a provision in the law of, let's say, a John goes to a brothel and pays a woman for sex. She allows him not to wear a condom. They have sex and a child is born from it. There has to be a provision in there to make it to where the man can at any time opt out of that child
Without having to financially pay.
without any financial fuck, without having to pay for the damn kid, because that is an occupational hazard.
That's why you got workman's comp. Or workwoman's comp, for that matter.
Hooker insurance.
Hooker insurance. Yes, that's what we'll call it.
Hooker insurance. Well, I mean, like, it's this whole thing of, like, I can go out and find 40 prostitutes, and as long as I film myself fucking them, then
It's porn. It's legal.
making porn. It's completely legal. So fuck it, just legalize prostitution. Why does there have to be a camera involved? Jeez.
Well, now Orange, at what point do you have to start checking the blue book value on their pussy?
Hey, man.
Yeah, they have to submit to the Better Business Bureau too.
I'm just saying, like, if you gotta submit blue book value for this kind of vagina, fuck it, just do it. Like, this vagina's worth $39.95 plus tax. I don't fucking care.
So King Vegeta's like, I mean, if you're not paying a hooker, is that rape or shoplifting?
Shoplifting.
Shoplifting.
Yeah, it would. I think it. I guess it could fall under felony theft.
Grand
But,
Theft,
I mean, they probably
Grand Theft Auto
Grand theft
on a
vagina.
pussy.
porno.
Then again, if you're paying $1,000 for vagina anyway, just invest in a sex doll.
or a lifetime supply of fucking Tenga eggs, man. Holy shit.
Ooga!
You charge for it. You call it what's that? Lewd acts with an occupational sex worker, or something like that. Unsolicited lewd acts with a.
You know what? Just to expand on this a little bit, I think companies should have the option to, like, for vacation time, like a preferred location that they go to, like Switzerland, right? You know, like if they choose to go to Switzerland for their vacation, then they get a company discount because we all know what they're going for.
Yeah, but let's face it. We all know that most of them businessmen are going to Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand, Switzerland,
Because they want
whatever.
them lady boys.
Yeah, so King Vegeta brought up something I did in another hangout, like, what if I was Bill Cosby?
What if you were Bill Cosby?
Oh, that's
Well,
simple.
then
Hold on.
then you-
It's gonna have to be completely quiet for this because I'm going to roleplay if I was Bill Cosby.
Well, now hold on. Before you do that, I just got one thing to say. You'd know the secret recipe to a hot Cosby.
No, here we go. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh shit, here comes the pudding.
Does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a gun. Get in the van.
Wait a minute. Why does that one sound familiar?
Because I do the roses are red, violets are blue. Does this smell like chloroform to you?
It sounds familiar because that's how your parents met.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
Oh man, I wish I could go back in time and ask them.
well, considering the way my old man was, I wouldn't fucking doubt it.
Okay, is Immortal still in the chat?
I think he's spending time with family.
Damn. Okay, well, I just have to note a single thing, but it's Dragon Ball Z related. How in the fuck did Bardock go back in time?
He got blown back in time with Vegeta's powers of whatever the fuck he did to Planet Vegeta.
Death Ball.
Yeah.
So me and my friends, we made a combat move, and it's named the Bardock. You raise your leg, you raise your knee like you're kicking Dragon Ball Z style, right? Right in somebody's ass, and it's called a Bardock.
Oh.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it never made sense to me because, like, when they blew up every other planet, man, like nobody ever went back in time.
Well, yeah, but Bardock was right in the middle of that shit. He was trying to stop the damn thing.
But what about, like, people that are on the damn planets?
Well, how many, hold up, how many of them were actually bear hugging the fucking thing at the time? One, Bardock!
Okay, to be fair, there have been other people that, like, I'm sure were right dead center of a planet. Well, it fucking gets hit with a death ball. Frieza supposedly blew up thousands of planets.
Well, yeah, but how many of those planets were full of Saiyans?
Okay, I get it, but why the fuck? Like, even with just Planet Vegeta, Why did none of the other fucking Saiyans go back in time?
Hold up. Akira Toriyama can barely remember where his own asshole is half the time. Just roll with it.
Okay, that's the answer I was looking for. Just roll with it.
Well, I mean, for fuck's sakes, he forgot that Saiyans had tails. How the fuck do you forget that? When that was like the biggest fucking plot device in the entire Dragon Ball series.
This is what happens when you take one too many sniffs of the dragon's balls.
It makes you go Z's.
Hey, you know what? Don't make fun, because there was an anime porno called Dragon Balls.
Oh man.
Okay, this brings up another question. What the fuck is it with everybody wanting the Dragon Ball Z people to fuck the people from Sailor Moon?
That's
What?
a good question.
Because
It's
they
Hold
couldn't
up,
handle the super cock.
Optimus, go look up an anime, a hentai called Star Balls. It's a Star Wars parody, and of course Goku's Han Solo and Sailor Moon's Princess Leia. And I think the word hentai tells you everything you need to know about the rest.
Did you say Star Balls?
Star Balls.
2 words?
I think it's one word, and it's Star Balls with a Z at the end.
But yeah, it's
I'm almost afraid to look it up.
There's been like hentai after hentai after hentai after hentai.
Oh god.
And it's always Sailor Moon. And I'm like, fucking why?
Sailor Moon was hot shit back in those days. I remember it way too well, and I wish I could fucking forget it.
Yeah, but like, wasn't she also 15?
I forget.
Yeah, that's where we delve into the bad areas.
Oh man.
Hey guys, I gotta throw down on some shitlords anonymous. I'll catch you guys later.
Oh shit!
Are they going?
Yep, they're going. I'm hopping in. I'll catch you guys later.
Fucking hell, give me a link.
Later. It's probably in the B list, but I don't know.
Well, I haven't seen any link in the B list, but
no, hit up Ren. I'm sure she'll be more than willing to give out the link.
I mean, it only took like 15 minutes for me to elaborate on what I was talking about anyway. Then people started popping in. So where is the? I don't see it.
I don't know. Like I said, I have notifications for the B list turned off.
Yeah, I don't see it at all.
Yeah, she's probably not got it up public. You may just have to prompt her.
Yeah, I put it in the B list.
Should probably wrap up this stream before you go to that one, though.
Oh yeah. So I mean, with everything I've said so far, and with the perspectives that has been brought into, play here, there's a lot of possibilities on if all men walked away. The underlying point that I'm trying to make here is that feminism needs to rally to make a point, to bring down society. Men, all they have to do is walk away, and society won't be brought down to its knees. Society will crumble. That is power. So, with that being said, Ichabod here, you want to do your little intro, outro stuff?
Oh, man, I don't know. I don't really show my channel if I can help it, so.
Well, that's fine. And this has been Optimus Christ. Share the shit out of this video. Later.